Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pastor Mohsen, and today's topic is control. Okay, that's so much better. Uh, in today's world, everybody wants to have control. Even they advertise, be your own boss, fire your boss. And I told you before how you can fire your boss as simple as 1, 2, 3. So there is no problem with firing your boss and getting control of your life. But today I want to explore it more, which is definition of control. What is control? Control is a function of management action and ensure that the stated goals of the organization are achieved. Make sure the orders which have been given and the principle which have been laid down is going as planned. Its objective is to point out mistakes in order that they may be rectified and prevented from recurring. It shouldn't be next time for that mistakes, according to Pharaoh. Controlling is the measurement and correction of performance in order to make sure that enterprise objectives and the plans devised to attain them are accomplished. And according to EFL Brecht, control is checking current performance against predetermined standard contained in the plan, with a view to ensure adequate progress and satisfactory performance. That's why, in order to progress, you need to control. But really, how can you control your life? Because it starts from your own life. If you cannot control your own life, how can you control others in congregation? So I remember I was working in Sobeys and I had two managers. One of them was Iranian direct manager. My direct supervisor and direct manager was Iranian. And there was a store manager. Both of them are manipulative and hypocrites. Because when you don't know how to manage people, you end up manipulation. You end up discrimination. Now, Sobeys has a written policy. They even put it on the wall. They print it and put it on the wall. It is against discrimination. But what happened? Exact opposite of what is written on the wall. They discriminate. So it's not management. According to the definition, management is correcting mistakes and following what's policy and ordered written. So corporate level has a layer. If somebody at the CEO level has ordered something, you as a store manager have to obey the rule. What happens when you don't follow what is written on the wall ordered from the CEO? You are not a manager, or you are not a good manager at least. Right? Then, according to the definition of manager, you have to follow orders yourself. If you are a manager, you have to follow orders yourself. Right? You cannot do whatever you want. I gave you example of Sobeys. Manipulation after manipulation. Even he, without any shame, looked at my eyes and said, "Oh, we manipulate every time." He confessed, he admit that he is manipulating. he had no shame. And maybe in the church as the same. They say, oh, our conscience are clear. But if you do upset, so it's going to be like this forever. Who said that? Who said that you can upset and you can hurt people and said, oh, if you are getting hurt, if you are hurt, it's going to be like this forever. It's not Christianity, guys. It's not Christianity at all. Okay, so I know most of you get offended by what I say because I confront your false teaching and you are offended by what I said. But that's fine. That's fine with me. It is the same in normal life. Whatever situation you are in, you need to control your life. I remember again. So when I talk, I speak from my own experience. I know what I say. I remember watching a movie. Adam Sandler, I guess, was the main character. He get hold of a control. In this control, he could fast forward his life or skip through the good part. He was able to do that. In an instant, he could skip to the good part. He fast forward his life. He ended up regretting that. It's a good thing. What? Pass that time and skip to the good part. Why not? But as long as I hate this situation, nobody hates more than me this situation. But sometimes you need to be calm down. Take a deep breath and take the bullet. Then continue. Everything going to happen is going to happen. You don't need to force. You need to push. You don't need to unhealth a certain direction. You cannot do that, guys. It's not good and it doesn't make sense. And it's exact opposite of Word of God. Yes, you know that. Everybody should be obey the law of Christianity. What is the law of Christianity? Golden rule. It said, if you want to be treated in some way, you have to do the same. If you want respect, some people want this respect. They said, oh, so and so I want respect. So if you want respect, you have to respect others to receive respect. It's a two-way, right? It's a two-way. Respect is a two-way. Whether you like it or not, respect is a two-way. If you don't respect anybody or somebody, you shouldn't expect. Lower your expectation. If you don't respect, don't expect that somebody respect you. And in the time of Moses, let's go back to old time. So we are talking about the Bible because everything should be compared to the Word of God. What is Word of God? It's written Word of God. Words of God is written already. It's already written. Word of God is already written. You cannot add anything to the Word of God. You cannot add to it. And I was reading about denomination. I was searching the internet and I came across a website that is talking about denomination. It said ultimate guide of denomination. So He was talking about what is denomination, what is not. He said everybody who believe in Jesus Christ, holiness and deity of Jesus Christ, and believe in Trinity, then they are legit. What about written word of God? Nobody talks about written word of God. What is the word of God? What is the holy book? Doesn't Christian believe in different book? Everybody is shocked. No, we only believe in one God, one book. You are absolutely wrong. Catholic Church believe in some books added to the canon book. They believe it's from God and it's inspired by God, Apocrypha or other books. And non-Catholic Church, Protestant Church, doesn't believe in those books as God sent book. So how can you say that the only definition of legit denomination is believing in Jesus Christ or believing in Trinity? No, there should be more to it. There should be more to it. If you want to write a definition for a legit denomination, you have to consider this fact. Because Catholic Church is a big denomination and there wasn't any denomination. Catholic Church is the first denomination of God. There was none other denomination, Methodist or any other church. Even there was no Orthodox church at all. Catholic was the first. Catholic is the origin, the root. But Catholic Church believe in more book than this canon book that everybody believes that's the word of God. So you have to think twice. And what about false teachers? Are they legit Christian? If somebody believes that with dancing you get to heaven, how crooked teaching is that? How wicked teaching is that? It's totally against the word of God. So, are they Christian at all or not? I don't think so. I don't think so. They are not Christian at all. They shouldn't be teacher in the first place. We have to kick them out of the church. And my prayer is people who teach false teaching kick out of the church. I pray this because I love justice. And in the time of Moses, what happened in the time of Moses? Moses gets selected by God to release Jews from bondage of slavery. But there was a Pharaoh. There was a kingdom. They built a kingdom. Maybe they get crowned, the Pharaoh. They build a kingdom and beside the river, they thought they live forever. Because they have a kingdom. Oh, I'm so powerful. I can rule forever. Even after they die, they built a pyramid and they believed that they were confident that they live forever. But it's not like that. I don't think so. So, if you want to control somebody, oh, I am your father. You have to respect me. Respect doesn't come with demanding. You never get that control. Whatever you do, you never get that. That's why there is a reason that you don't get answer to your prayers. You can make a list, big list, whatever list you want. You never get answer from God. Never ever. God never answer you. Never ever. I'm so certain. I'm so clear about that. You make a list, God never answer you. Never ever. When Moses came to Egypt to release Jews from the slavery, Moses think, oh, he is losing control. What he did? He forced the workers to do double job. He forced them to do double job because he didn't want to lose his control over people. It's the same in church today. They teach to their children, oh, never pray for justice. Who said that? Who said that? And I pray for justice. I'm not afraid. Because it's a false teaching. Church system is exactly opposite of the word of God. If you want to compare with the word of God, present church system is exactly opposite of word of God. Go research for yourself. Read the word of God. Read. You can read, right? I guess you can read. Read the word of God and compare it with the teaching that presently is in the church. You can compare them. You can compare them. They are exact opposite of each other because they want to control people. That's what happened in the church today. But let's see how how Jesus corrected mistakes. You think somebody making mistakes? So how you can correct mistakes? How did God correct mistakes? I made a mistakes. How God correct me? There was two kind of people. There was two kind of people in the time of Jesus. God corrected them. First, they were sinners, prostitute, tax collector. God never confront them. Never ever. God sit with them, eat with them, and show love to them. But there was another kind of people. They were teacher. They were teacher of the law. How God correct mistakes of the teacher? He shouted at them. He said, "You son of Satan, you hypocrite, you stupid son of Satan." That's how correct mistake of the teacher. So there is two kind of people in this world today. Some is teacher of the church. You have to say a lot of bad things to them because they are hypocrite. They are liars. Whatever you want. And I can say whatever I want because I have this mic. I have this mic. God gave me this opportunity to use this mic to tell you you are wrong. Teacher of the church, you manipulated the word of God. You dilated. You mixed the word of God with your system. That's why you are so wrong. But there is some people, that ordinary people in the church. I have a word with them. Don't listen and don't accept friendship of those false teachers. Peace of God be with you all.